Welcome to our 5 on 5. Pleased to be joined by Jackson County Commissioner Rick Dyer. Good to see you. How are you?
Good to see you. Appreciate you asking me back on.
Yeah, of course. Running for re-election. Busy time right now.
Absolutely.
Why should voters give you a second term?
Well, I think during my first term, I think we've accomplished a lot. We did what we set out to do as far as fiscally responsible decision making. 4 straight balanced budgets. We've cut the county debt in half. We continue to invest in capital infrastructure, continue to contribute to our reserve. So I think we've been able to put Jackson County into really good financial standing towards looking towards the future. And that was one of the things that was important. There's a lot of initiatives that we're working on that we need to be able to continue to work on. And one of those is advocating and lobbying for better forest management to hopefully mitigate these fire and smoke problems that we've been having. And we've been doing that, for, like I say, for management policies, for one, as far as getting back in the woods, reducing the fuel loads, harvesting, thinning, recommissioning roads to enable access to these areas, and also these roads when maintained act as natural fire breaks. We're also working on what we think is a policy that kind of defies common sense, and that's this let it burn discretion. They don't always follow that policy, but there is discretion to let a fire burn in the middle of fire season. I don't think that that's something that, without really taking into consideration the impacts of smoke. And I think those impacts have really shown to be the most consequential. So we're working on that. I'm also working on trying to get better initial attack resources. Was able to talk to Senator Wyden, Congressman Walden, representatives of the Forest Service, Oregon Department of Forestry, BLM, about getting high-capacity helitankers based here in Southern Oregon that can be utilized anytime, like on July 15th when we had all of those lightning strikes. We did not have adequate resources to address them all. And to, like I say, get out and immediately suppress these fires before they got out of control. If we're able to get these resources here dedicated to us, I'm thinking one in Medford, one in Cave Junction, and one in Roseburg, I think we can mitigate a lot of these fires that have gotten out of control, which of course will mitigate the smoke damage and how that affects our public health, our economy, our quality of life, and the way we're perceived outside of our valley.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Yep.
Have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. We're getting here with Jackson County Commissioner Republican Rick Dyer. So you talked before about wildfires and smoke and about that being a huge priority for you. Other than that, what is the single most important issue for you looking forward to Jackson County's future?
Boy, picking one single most important issue out is difficult. There's a lot of areas that we need to continue to work on. One of those is for economic development. I think one of the most expedient ways we have to move the needle there is workforce development. That's something I've been working on since I started here at the county. Just a real quick story that I had. A friend of mine was a business manager with the local plumbers and steam fitters, went to the schools and said, I have this amazing facility where I can do an 8-week training pre-apprenticeship program free of charge to any student that wants to take advantage of it. All they have to do is get here. Well, somebody at the school district or at the school told them, well, we're not interested in that because it doesn't promote college. And I thought that was a travesty. There's a lot of kids that are kind of falling through the cracks because maybe they're not bound to go on to college, but there are great career family wage positions that are begging for people right now. So we're investing, we're talking to education, we're talking to business, and government are all collaborating to make sure that we have the resources and the programs to train these folks, whether they're kids or adults, to take these positions that are waiting for them right now. And again, these are career, family wage positions that are extremely rewarding, and again, that can move the needle economically quicker than anything, I believe.
I know your office is obviously here in downtown Medford. The homelessness issue is in our cities, but Bear Creek Greenway is an area that part of that commissioners or the sheriff's office manages. Is there something commissioners should be doing to help in this issue? Oh,
absolutely. We are doing lots of programs. In fact, we've invested almost $1.7 million into the homeless issue, various aspects of it to help combat that. there is a spectrum of homeless, I believe, and the ones that I really want to be able to help are the ones that maybe through no consequences that are a fault of their own have ended up homeless in some manner, whether it was a medical issue, some domestic issue where they had to get out of home. These are the ones that we want to be able to lift up. These are the ones that when you find yourself on the street, you find yourself very, very vulnerable to to crime. You might lose all your possessions, which includes your ID, which includes any way you have of actually getting yourself out of that situation. So I toured the Tiny Home Village with Chad McComas. And what they're doing with these folks, of course, is they're allowing them a place to live, gives them some pride, also gives them some security. They have showers available, they have food, they have a kitchen available to make their own food, they have a garden there. But they also require them to have job training and, again, personal hygiene, haircuts, things like that. So they're able to go out and make a better life for themselves. And those are the programs that I am actively supporting. Again, homelessness, there's a wide spectrum. Some people, it's a drug or alcohol issue. Again, those are the ones that we need to be able to have the ability to move them into a better station in life, get them out of that situation and into a better situation through whatever treatment is necessary. But then there's also some that have taken on this as a lifestyle choice. And I think we need to have compassion. It goes both ways. We need to have compassion for the people who are impacted by some of those people, the businesses, the families who want to take their kids to the park or feel safe walking down the street. So I think we need to look at that homeless situation, the entire broad spectrum of it, and not just one specific aspect.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
You as well. Thank you.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.